steps to remove ceramic tile from concrete floor. Removing ceramic tiles from a concrete floor is a task that requires careful planning and the right approach to ensure a smooth and successful process. Following a set of well-defined steps, you can effectively and efficiently remove ceramic tiles without damaging the concrete surface underneath. Step 1. Prepare the area. Clear the room of any furniture or obstacles, and cover nearby objects with plastic sheeting or drop cloths to prevent damage and make cleanup easier. Moreover, ensure the room is well ventilated by opening windows and doors to dissipate dust and fumes. Step 2. Start removing tiles. Safety first. Begin in a corner of the room. Use safety goggles and a dust mask for protection. Hold the hammer and chisel securely. Break a tile. Position the cold chisel's edge at the grout line near a tile corner. Tap the chisel with the hammer to break the tile, avoiding excessive force. Continue breaking tiles. Work along the edges of tiles, breaking them one by one. Gradually increase force as you become comfortable. Pry up tiles. Gently lift and remove broken tile pieces using the pry bar. Avoid damaging the concrete. Step 3. Remove adhesive. Scrape adhesive. Use the floor scraper to remove adhesive from the concrete. Hold the scraper at a low angle and apply steady pressure to scrape off the residue. Stubborn adhesive. Apply adhesive remover as instructed if the adhesive is tough to remove. Scrape off softened adhesive after waiting the recommended time. Step 4. Clean the area. Sweep. Use a broom to clear away loose debris, dust, and tile fragments. Damp mop. Gently clean the concrete with a damp mop to remove any remaining dust or residue. Allow the floor to dry fully before proceeding. Step 5. Inspect and repair. Inspect the concrete. Check for cracks, holes, or uneven areas in the concrete. Address any damage as needed. Patching. Apply a patching compound to fill cracks or holes for mixing and application. Step 6. Clean up. Collect the broken tile pieces and debris in trash bags or containers for easy disposal. Sweep and vacuum the area thoroughly to remove any fine dust and leftover debris from the removal process. Thoroughly clean your tools to ensure they're ready for future use. 6 best ways to remove ceramic adhesive from concrete floor. Removing ceramic adhesive from a concrete floor can be a challenging task, but there are several methods you can try. The effectiveness of each method may vary based on the type of adhesive and the condition of the concrete. Remember to take appropriate safety precautions, such as wearing gloves and eye protection, and work in a well-ventilated area. Here are the best way to remove ceramic tile from concrete floor with adhesive. Mechanical methods. Scraping. Use a heavy-duty scraper or putty knife to gently scrape away the adhesive. Be careful not to damage the concrete surface. Chiseling. If the adhesive is particularly stubborn, you can use a chisel and hammer to carefully chip away at it. Again, be cautious not to damage the concrete. Heat gun. Use a heat gun to soften the adhesive. Hold the heat gun a few inches above the adhesive and move it back and forth. Once the adhesive softens, you can use a scraper to remove it. Safety precautions. Wear heavy-duty gloves and eye protection. Ensure proper ventilation in the area. Heat gun setup. Set the heat gun to a low to medium heat setting. Hold the heat gun a few inches above the adhesive. Heating the adhesive. Sweep the heat gun back and forth over the adhesive to soften it. Keep the heat gun moving to avoid overheating. Scraping. Use a scraper or putty knife to gently lift and remove softened adhesive. Work in small sections, and apply minimal pressure to avoid damaging the concrete. Cleaning residue. Use a cloth with acetone or adhesive remover to clean off any remaining adhesive. Final cleanup. Sweep or vacuum the area to remove debris. Dispose. Properly dispose of debris and cleaning materials. Solvent-based methods. Acetone. Acetone is a strong solvent that can help soften and break down the adhesive. Apply acetone to the adhesive, and allow it to sit for a few minutes before using a scraper to gently remove the softened adhesive. Mineral spirits. Similar to acetone, mineral spirits can also soften adhesive. Apply it to the adhesive, let it sit for a while, and then scrape away the softened material. Adhesive removers. There are commercial adhesive removers available specifically designed to dissolve and remove adhesives. Follow the specific instructions when using these products. Mechanical grinding. For larger areas or extremely stubborn adhesive, you might need to use a mechanical grinder with a diamond grinding wheel. This method can effectively remove the adhesive, but it's more aggressive and might create dust, so take appropriate precautions. Steam. Using a steam cleaner can help soften the adhesive and make it easier to scrape away. However, excessive moisture can affect the concrete, so be careful not to overuse this method. Sandblasting. Sandblasting is a powerful method that uses high-pressure air to blast abrasive material at the adhesive, removing it from the concrete surface. This is typically done by professionals as it requires specialized equipment. 7 tips to remove ceramic tile from concrete floor without breaking. When faced with the task of removing ceramic tiles from a concrete floor, preserving their integrity becomes essential. These valuable tips offer a delicate approach, guiding you through a careful process to minimize the risk of breakage. With these strategies, you can navigate the removal process while safeguarding your tiles. Tip 1. Work slowly and carefully. Start by focusing on grout lines. Gently insert a tool at the edge of a grout line to create a small gap. Gradually work around the tile's edges using controlled force. Avoid sudden movements that could cause stress. Tip 2. Apply even pressure. Create small cracks along the tile's edges by tapping gently with a tool. Alternate tapping on different sides to distribute pressure evenly, weakening the bond between the tile and adhesive. Tip 3. Apply heat. Use heat to soften the adhesive. Apply heat in small sections and avoid overheating to prevent damage to the tile. Warm adhesive is easier to work with and reduces the risk of tile breakage. Tip 4. Utilize adhesive remover. Apply adhesive remover sparingly around the edges of the tile. Allow it to sit according to instructions to weaken the adhesive bond. This helps the tile release more easily during removal. Tip 5. Protect the tile edges. Place a soft cloth between the tool and the tile's edge to prevent chipping or cracking. This acts as a buffer, reducing the chance of damage to the tile while you work. Tip 6. Work in small sections. Start by focusing on the edges, creating small gaps to break the bond. Gradually work towards the center of the tile. This method helps ensure an even and controlled removal process. Tip 7. Have patience. Take your time during the removal process. If you encounter resistance or feel like you're using excessive force, pause and adjust your approach. Slow and careful efforts are less likely to cause damage.